But here's a little thing that nobody knows. Do you know that the Pope, the white Pope, not the black Pope, because there's two popes, there's the black Pope and the white Pope. The white Pope in 1355 took all of his Knights Templars and made them attorneys. That's the first time in law, in history, that you can pinpoint 1355 is when attorneys got their coming out. All right? Now, the Pope still controls every attorney in the world. The Informer, when he put out his book, The Myth and the Reality, has gotten the organizational structure of the Black Pope of the Vatican. And he put it in the book. And you wouldn't believe what the Black Pope of the Vatican, or really the Vatican, controls. I mean, it's like, you know, a who's who in the world. But before I get my wife, you know, bent out of shape, let me read this to you right out of the organizational structure. You know how organizational structure is with the block diagram?
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
You want me to start from the top or the bottom?
You pick.
Huh?
You pick.
Well, let's start at the top. The top block, Satan, Lucifer. Underneath of that, Superior General of the Jesuits. That is now Nicholas Adolfo Nicholas Pashan. Under that, the Jesuit Order. Under that, the Illuminati. And it lists them. The Grand Orient Lodge, B'nai B'rith, the Committee of 300, the 13 Satanic Bloodlines, the Council of 33 Degree Masons of the Scottish Rite, the Council of the 13th of the Bavarian Illuminati. Money Group, banking. Federal Reserve, USA. European Central Bank, BCE. International Monetary Fund, IMF. World Bank, Bank Mondiale. World Trade Organization, National Central Banks, International Bank of Settlements, World Conservation Bank, multinational corporations, of which I worked for one, Walt Disney, Exxon, Shell, Bayer, and Hollywood. Foundation,
Wow.
Rockefeller Foundation, Nobel Foundation, International Banking, Rothschild, Chase Manhattan Bank, Deutsche Bank, Bank of England, Goldman and Sachs. Now, let's go down to the education group. This is what the Pope owns. UNESCO, World Peace Group, Planetary Congress, World Federation Association, WWF, Greenpeace, how do you like that? Lucas Trust, they call it Lucifer Trust, World Goodwill, World Union, Essalian Institute, American Society for Microbiology, they even own that. Intelligence Group, CIA, USA, FBI, USA, NSA, Program Echelon, USA, KGB, Russia, Mossad, Israel, BND, Germany, DGSE, France, British Intelligence, SIS, and MIS, Communist Party, Interpol, and Europol. Guess who is the head of Interpol in the United States?
The Pope?
The Attorney General.
It wasn't much of a leap, but...
Drug cartels, the mafia, organized crime. You know who the mafia for the Pope, the Vatican is? Opus Dei. OPUSDEI. FEMA, Shadow Government USA. Secret Service of Pakistan. Now let's go over to religious groups. We operate, and I've got the books on it, under ecclesiastical law, and nobody knows about it. Mm-hmm. I do. World Council of Churches, this is what is owned by the Vatican. National Council of Churches, World Parliament of Religions, New Age movements, esoterism,
Yeah.
Unity Church, Unitarian and Universalist Church, Baha'i, whatever that is,
The Baha'i,
Temple of Understanding, Vatican, the Pope and the Cardinals, Opus Dei, Roman Catholic Church. See, the Vatican took over the Roman Catholic Church in 325 A.D. when it went bankrupt. Bin Laden. Oh, how about that? They own Bin Laden. They have him. Theophysical Society, Nation of Islam, USA, Hamas and Hezbollah. That's what they own.
Wow.
How about the political groups? Okay, national government leaders, United Nations, Bilderberger, Trilateral, Council on Foreign Relations. This is all operating under the Vatican. Aspen Institute, Club of Rome, Bohemian Grove, European Union, CEE and European institutions, NATO, Pilgrim Society, Fabian Society, Roundtable, Royal Institute of International Affairs, Institut Fracas des Relations in French, European Royal Families, England, Spain, Netherlands, you name it. Now, the secret societies are the P2 Lodge, the Knights of Columbus, the Knights of Malta. Guess who is a Knight of Columbus? Alito on the Supreme Court.
Or Lance.
Knights of Malta, the Thule Society, Rosicrucians, Priori di Sion, Royal Order of the Garter, Knights Templar, Grand Alfina Lodge, Grand Orient Lodge, Skull and Bones, and the Freemason Scottish Rite. That's all under the Pope. He owns everything. Because, you see, when the Pope took over the Catholic Church, and the Pope is a fraud to begin with, the Catholic Church doctrine said that no man can own any property or possessions because the Pope owns it, because he's the vicar of God, the vicar of Jesus Christ. Okay? Now, the first Pope after Jesus died was, guess who? Saint Linus, who took it upon himself to declare he was the vicar of Christ. He alone did it. No one else did it. And through his progression, I got all the white popes from 67 A.D., because he became the Pope in 67 A.D. on his own volition. Hey, people, look at me. I'm the vicar of Christ. Yeah, everybody believes him. Well, it's going up to today, and he's not the vicar of Christ. He's the vicar of Satan, because at the top of the heap is Lucifer. They don't like to use Satan. They hate the word Satan. They use Lucifer.
Catholic school of 12 years, we were all trained that Lucifer was the fallen angel. Yeah.
Now, even the Bibles are changed. You can't believe any of the Bibles, because I don't care whether it's Geneva, which I got, the Farfenton, which I got, the King James, which I have, and any other Bible that you get. They're all wrong. And you can prove the discrepancy and the contradiction of terms by reading Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. Pick the book up and read it. They're words. They're not terms. They're words. They have been changed so much that Genesis 1 contradicts Genesis 2. But nobody reads the Bible. They only, oh yeah, I got the Bible, but I never read it. Or, yeah, I can quote scriptures up the wazoo, but do I understand what the Bible says? No. Now,